Hello and thank you for watching. I'm Jennifer Bowman with Olympia Piano. So in this short video, I'm going to show you 4 different ways you can play 1, 4, 5, 1 progression in the key of C. And then I'm going to give you a couple of flowing patterns that you can use for this progression. So let's just review what the 1, 4, and 5 chords are first. So in the key of C, C major, if you stack up the notes in a C major scale, you get a series of chords they're called diatonic chords. They're natural to that C major scale. So the first note of the scale would be called the 1 chord, C major chord. So if we walk up the scale, each note in the scale has a different number. So 2, second note is called a 2 chord. That would be D minor. Third note is E, E minor chord. 4, this is what we'll use in this video. 4 chord is F major. And 5 chord is G major. So for a 1, 4, 5 progression, we would use the 1 chord, C, the 4 chord, F, the 5 chord, G, and back to 1. And so what I just showed you is what's called root position of each of those chords. The root, the name of the chord, is the bottom, and then they're stacked up by thirds. You can easily see that on the piano. So this is one way you could play these chords in a song. You could just hop up. And that sounds pretty good, sounds pretty familiar. There's lots of jumping around if you play it all in root position. So I'd like to show you 3 other ways to play this progression in which the notes are a little bit closer together. In order to mix things up a little bit for a 1, 4, 5 progression, what we can use is what's called chord inversions to keep the positions a little more close together. I have a few videos on inversions if you want to check those out a little more in detail, but I'll briefly describe an inversion in the key of C. So with our C chord, we have C, E, G, Do, Mi, So, and we can mix up the order of these notes. So C does not always have to be on the bottom. So this is what's called root position. C's on the bottom. Now, if I put the C over here on the top, it stretches out the chord a little bit more. Still the same harmony, the same ingredients, but a little more spread out, different color. So E, G, C is known as first inversion. And then the other position for a C chord is called second inversion. So we'll put the E on the top. Now we have G, C, E. And then if we do it again, we're back to where we started, which is the root. So root position, first inversion, more stretched out, second inversion, more stretched out, and root. What we're going to do is we're going to find out which versions of each chord work to make the progression stay a little bit closer in your fingers. So our first transition is between the 1 chord and the 4 chord. And so what I always like to do first is see, do these chords have any tones in common? Our 1 chord is Do, Mi, So, C, E, G. Our 4 chord is Fa, La, Do, F, A, C. So even though the C's aren't in the same place in root position, they are a common tone. And that's what I want you to remember. Because now, if I'm trying to find a closer position between 1 and 4, because they share the C, I need to figure out which 4 chord or which F chord has the C as the bottom note. So let's do that first. So we've got root position, F, F's on the bottom. First inversion, A's on the bottom. Second inversion, this is the chord I want to use next. So I'll do it down here. So we've got C chord here. Then we're going to use second inversion F. See that? 1 to 4. Take note of how this moves also. The middle note, if we're starting in root position, that middle note is moving up a half step. And the top note is moving up a whole step. Moving to the 5 chord, if we look in root position, 4 to 5, no notes in common. Every note is just moving up a step. And so because it's the key of C, it's easy just to move up a step because you don't have to worry about black keys. But when you get to other keys, you might encounter black keys between 4 and 5, and you just have to know which black keys are in the scale. But I will cover that when I do this progression in different keys. So for now, when we're moving from 4 to 5, we're just going to move up. So here's our 4 chord that we're using for this first position. 4, so every note, just move up 1. And now we're going to go back to 1. So 1, 4, 5, 1. So what we need to check now, are there any common tones between 5 and 1? So let's look. So we have a C chord, Do, Mi, So, C, E, G. And we have a 5 chord, So, Ti, Re, G, B, D. They share a So. So they share a G. So like we did before, we have our 1, shares the C, keep it in the same spot. 4, moving up. Okay, here's our 5, we're gonna go to 1. So if we wanna keep that shared note, the G, in the same place, we have to know which C inversion has the G in the middle. So let's check that out first. So we have root position, G's on top. First inversion, there's the G in the middle. So that's where we're gonna go. From here to here. And you might notice I'm changing the fingering. I'm using standard fingering for these inversions. That's also another video. So I'm just scooting my second finger over. So our first way to play 1, 4, 5, 1. So we've got 1 starting in root position. 4, top 2 notes move up. Half step in the middle, whole step on top. Now from 4 to 5, every single note moves up. From 5 to 1, we're going to move the outsides. Bottom up a whole step, top up a half step. Okay, now we're going to repeat that exact same process, but instead of starting C in root position, we're going to start C in first inversion. So we remember between 1 and 4, we share the C, we share the Do. So we're going to start first inversion C. Now we've got the Do on the top. So let's figure out which 4 chord has Do or C on the top. So here's our root position. Well, there it is. Okay, so we start here. We go here. And then 4 and 5, as you remember, no shared notes. Everyone just moving up a step. And then we have our 5 chord to our 1 chord. They share So or G. So we have to figure out which C chord has the G on the bottom. Root, G's on the top. First inversion, G's in the middle. Second inversion. This is the C chord we're going to use for here. So we start first inversion. Bottom notes move up. Every note moves up. Top 2 notes move up. So our final 1, 4, 5 group is going to start with C in second inversion. So we do the same thing. So we've got our C chord here. We know our 1 chord and our 4 chord share a Do or a C. So which 4 chord has C in the middle? Let's figure that out. So here's our root 4 chord. Here's our first inversion. So that's what we'll use. So we're starting 1. The E moves up a half step to F, Mi, Fa. Bottom moves up a whole step. Again, between the 4 and the 5 chord, we just move every single note up. And then the 5 chord and the 1 chord share So or G. So let's find which C chord has the G on the top. And that's going to be a root position. So we're just going to slide those up like that. Our last grouping of 1, 4, 5 again is 1 chord, second inversion. Outsides move up. 4 chord to 5 chord. Everyone moves up. And the bottom moves up. So those are your 4 positions. We have root position for all. We have starting in root, close positions. We have starting in first inversion, close positions, bottom 2 move up, everyone moves up, top 2 move up. And starting in second version, outsides, everybody, bottom. So get used to all 4 of these different positions because you can use them in your creations. I'm going to give you 2 different patterns you can use with these chord progressions to make them sound really great. Way number 1 is passing through from the bottom to the top. And I'm going to add the left hand on this. Left hand is just going to play the roots. So 5 would be for the 1 chord, 2 would be for the 4 chord, 1 would be for the 5 chord. Makes it sound good. And I'm also going to add the pedal. So we're going to start from the bottom. We're going to play each chord 4 times. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Hop up to F, finger 2 in the left hand, up to G. Big hop, way back down to C. So now, way number 2, Same thing, starting from the bottom, just keeping in close positions. We'll start this one in root position. Here we go. C, 1 chord. Top 2 notes move up. Thumb stays in the same place. 2, 3, 4. Everybody moves. Change to the thumb in the left hand. Now middle stays the same. Outsides change. 2, 3. Rest. Okay, now we'll start here and we'll do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bottom 2 switch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Move up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Top 2 move up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we'll start here. Second inversion. Same thing. 2, 3. Outside switch. Everybody move up 1, right hand, left hand finger 1. And our final position, move the bottom 2 notes up. The final way I'll show you in this video is the same sort of thing. Instead of starting on the bottom and going up, we're going to start at the top and go down. Gives it a different color, and you can mix these up. So here we go with root positions first, top to bottom. 2, 3, 4. Hop up to the F chord. Next door, everybody moves. And back down. Okay, number 2. Starting in root position, close positions. 2. Top 2 notes scoot up. Second finger in the left hand. All the right hand moves up. Middle note stays the same. Outside switch. Now version 2, starting first inversion right here. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch bottom 2. Everyone moves up, thumb in the left hand, top 2 move up, and finally we'll start here, second inversion, here we go, 1 chord, outsides change, everyone, bottom 2 for the last one. Thank you for watching this short video on how to play the 1, 4, 5, 1 progression, 4 different ways with a few different patterns mixed in. There's a lot of different things that you can do with this progression once it's under your fingers, so I'd suggest really getting used to how these close positions feel. And there's other variations which you can explore. It doesn't always have to go up. You could also go down and back. So with your knowledge now of the inversions and what's close together, experiment a little bit and see what you come up with. I hope that you found this video helpful, and I hope you'll subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. I have lots of different options on this channel, lots of scales and technical exercises, as well as examples from the literature. If you write to me in the comments, please include where you're from. I love hearing from people all over the world. I'm located in Olympia, Washington, which is part of the Pacific Northwest region of the United States. I love to know where you're from and what your piano journey is. And as always, thank you for watching.